unsettled for the next wee while, probably until the middle of next week, actually. What we've got is low pressure just barrelling across one after the other. We had one yesterday. We're in between low pressure areas today. But today should actually prove to be drier than it was yesterday, with sunny spells developing. Now, at the moment, we do have some rain from a weak weather front. It's draped across Northern Ireland and Northern England, and we've got some showers in Scotland, also in Wales and the southwest. But in between all of that, it will brighten up and we will see some sunshine develop. Now, by the end of the afternoon, the cloud will be thickening across the far southwest, and here we'll start to see the arrival of some rain, and the wind is also going to pick up. Temperatures today ranging from about 15 in Lerwick, 18 in Glasgow to 22 in London. Now, as we head on through the evening and overnight, this is when the low pressure really comes across us. You can see all this rain associated with it, sweeping from the southwest, heading northeastwards. And it's also going to be windy, particularly so across the southwest of England and the English Channel, with gales developing. Now, around the low pressure, you find the wind moves in an anti-clockwise direction and the rain swirls around it as well. That's quite salient because we will see a bit of a change in the wind direction. Overnight lows 11 to about 17 degrees. Into tomorrow then, we still have the low pressure pushing across us. We have an onshore flow in the east that will hold the temperatures down, and you can see how we still have all this rain coming in across the southwest with strong winds gusting to gale force at times. Could well prove to be disruptive, and our temperatures through the course of tomorrow, well, they're going to be no great shakes, tempered by the wind and also the rain. And beyond that, it does remain unsettled. John and Sal.
Oh, my goodness. We're going to be talking a lot more this morning about the weather and what July has been like, and also what August might be like.
Oh, I can sum up July in a word: wet.
Yes.
Got some other words for it as well.
Yes.
6:15.
Beautiful picture.
Isn't that gorgeous? Morning both, and good morning to you too. This picture was from one of our weather watchers. Lovely start to the day in parts of Scotland. It was taken actually in Plockton, which is in the Highlands, and it's the north of Scotland. That's seeing the driest of the weather at the moment, because for the rest of us, it is pretty wet. Now, you can see that quite nicely on the radar picture. We've got an old occlusion across Northern Ireland and Northern England. That's producing some rain. Showers in Scotland, Wales and the south of England. But in between, it's a fairly cloudy start to the day. But it will brighten up. We should see some sunny spells at least developing. Now, this old occlusion will tend to weaken through the day and turn more showery. It's going to be breezy as well, but not as windy as it was yesterday. And in fact, even looking at this picture, it's going to be drier for most of us than it was yesterday. But later on in the afternoon, the cloud will thicken up in the southwest, heralding the arrival of our next area of low pressure, bringing in some wet and windy weather. Temperatures 15 in Lerwick, 17 in Newcastle, to a high of around 22, depending on sunshine amounts in London. Now, as we head on through the course of the evening and overnight, what you'll find is we hang on to a few showers across the north, but it's the low pressure coming in from the southwest, heading northwards and eastwards, that will bring in some rain and strengthening winds, particularly strong winds across the southwestern approaches and also the English Channel. With all this going on, it's not going to be a cold night. 11 to 15 degrees will be our overnight lows. So then, through tomorrow, the rain continues to move northwards and eastwards. It's basically spiralling in an anti-clockwise direction around this area of low pressure, and the wind will be a feature across the southwest and the English Channel, with gales at times. But it's going to be a windy day, especially so across England and Wales. And we've got this cooler easterly coming in from the North Sea. So if you're exposed to that and you're in the rain, it will feel quite cool. But temperatures are below average for the time of year. The driest conditions will be a bit further north, but even here, we're not immune to some showers. So that low pressure, bringing all that rain, moves away, and then we open up to some northerly winds. So that's a cooler direction for us. So again, the temperatures are going to be affected by this. But on Thursday, there will be a lot of dry weather around. There'll be areas of cloud, and areas exposed to that northerly wind is where we'll see the showers. So coming in across the north of Scotland, the north of Northern Ireland, we'll see some develop across northern England and also into Wales. But it will feel cooler with that wind. 15 in the north to highs of about 21 in the south. And then as we head on through Friday and into Saturday, well, it remains unsettled with rain or showers. You might be wondering how much rainfall we've actually had during the month of July. Well, we've had a lot. These are the figures we've had in percentages. So, for example, in Preston, we've had 3 times the amount of rainfall that we'd expect during the whole of the month of July. Why is this? It's because of the position of the jet stream. You can see how it's across us or to the south of us. So effectively, we're driving in areas of low pressure. And Sal and John, at this time of year, we'd expect the jet stream to be higher north, allowing high pressure to be in charge of our weather. And that brings settled conditions.
And Carol, I know you're going to stay with us all morning. We have Carol with us this morning who can bring the sunshine, can't you, Carol? I mean, those images, they're familiar to all of us over the last few weeks.
They are, Sal, and good on everyone for just enjoying it as well, because we can't change it. Yeah. And, you know, I always get emails saying we don't all like warm and sunny weather. We like it cooler, and we like the rain, and we need the rain for our reservoirs and our gardens and things. And in actual fact, just before coming to join you, the Met Office issued some yellow weather warnings for heavy rain across central parts of England on Wednesday, and also strong winds across the southwest and the south coast. So the weather isn't getting any better, in inverted commas, in the foreseeable.
So I thought 1st of August, fresh start. It was going to be... I love the way...
She's laughing at you, John.
I know. Next Wednesday, so in a week's time, it looks like there's a ridge of high pressure coming in. Which
between, what, 2:15 in the afternoon and 2:30, yeah?
It will settle things down a touch. But even in the ensuing days, it's not wall-to-wall rain we're looking at. There will be some sunshine around, or bright spells, as well as the showers and the rain.
Some figures you shared with us earlier showing the rainfall in July in some places. I mean, what?
Yes, some places have had twice or 3 times the amount of rainfall you'd expect as the average rainfall in July. For example, Preston, 303%, so 3 times as much. Dríchit, as we would say.
Go on, say that again.
Dríchit.
And that just means rainy and grim.
Yes.
That's not dirty, is it?
No,
Carol, thank you very much indeed. That's it from us this morning. Hopefully you have a dry day, especially in Preston.
Yeah, breakfast is back tomorrow from 6. Now it's time for Morning Live.
Thanks, Carol.